Welcome back everyone for part 2 of my flight with my dad. This flight took place over the summer of 2020 when I was still in the beginning stages of my instrument training. My dad has been a flight instructor for over 40 years, so he always has great lessons to teach me and definitely doesn't let me get away with anything. On this portion of the flight, we are flying from Corvallis to Aurora State Airport and plan to do the RNAV 3.5 approach.
2.8 or 2.7?
2.8. It changed last year.
Really?
Yeah, the charts aren't updated yet for some reason.
Wow.
But there's a NOTAM on it.
Oh, good. Good that you checked that. All right.
Go first.
Not bad, Sam. There's a lot to do on instrument approaches.
Yep.
And there's a lot you have to add to your repertoire too. That you aren't doing, which is, that's stuff for later, but you got to do checklists, flows and checklists. There's a descent flow, an approach flow, and a descent flow and checklist, an approach flow and checklist, and then there's callouts.
So you always say how far you are to minimums or from minimums?
Yeah, 1,000 feet above minimums, 500 feet above minimums, 100 feet above minimums.
Okay. Alright, are we ready for departure?
Yeah.
Okay, mixer's in, gas is down, landing lights on, and I'll see you around, we'll make a call here. Corvallis traffic, Cessna 66589ers, departing runway 28, departure to the north, Corvallis. And there we go. Goes to the floor, sky is clear. Airspeed's coming alive. 55, rotate.
For IFR purposes, where would you start a turn?
500 feet AGL.
400.
400. Okay, so 650.
Cessna 589er. Left turn to 010.
Alright, left turn 010, 589.
Now Aurora has a tower.
Yep.
Alright, Cessna 589er. Turn left. Heading 340.
340, 589.
Cascade approach, Cessna 66589, over.
Talk louder.
66589, Cascade approach.
Cessna 66589 is VFR off of Corvallis en route to Aurora. Request flight following.
Cessna 66589, squawk 4757, Eugene altimeter 3016.
4757 016. Cessna 589.
589 radar contact 2 miles north of Corvallis Airport at 3000.
Position check, Cessna 589. Alright, Cessna 589er. Intercept your plotted course, planned course, and
Proceed on course.
proceed via your own navigation.
Alright, resume on navigation. 589.
Alright, as soon as you complete your cruise,
I think we'll stay with 160.
flow and checklist or whatever,
What is the current winds there?
then it's time to get the Aurora weather.
Wind is 320 at 12. Cessna 589, contact Seattle Center 125.8. Good day.
25A, Cessna 589.
Checking with them. I'll get the weather.
Seattle Center, Cessna 66589er, 3.5, VFR flight following.
66589, Seattle Center, the Salem altimeter 3014.
014, Cessna 589.
We're 221 unable right now.
Alright. Winds are variable at 4.
No, you gotta get an ATIS.
I will.
Must get an ATIS, forget about that. Get the ATIS now. Otherwise you don't know what approaches are in use, what runways are in use. Get the ATIS.
Okay.
Aurora State Tower information, Charlie 0053 Zulu, wind variable at 4, visibility 10, ceiling 5,000, scattered, temperature 23, dew point 9er, altimeter 3016, expect visual approach, runway 35 in use, parachute jumping activity over Milano, voluntary noise abatement procedures affect caution bird activity in the vicinity of the airport, hazardous weather information for Oregon available on flight service frequencies. Advise on initial contact you have, Charlie.
Alright, Charlie variable at 4, visibility 10, 5,000 scattered.
What are they landing?
Riser 2877, ascend pilot discretion, maintain flight level 240.
Specified it, thanks.
Of course they did.
Point 9er, altimeter 3016, expect visual approach, runway 35 in use, parachute jumping activity over Milano.
What kind of approach?
Visual.
Alright, that's what they're due if you don't ask for something different.
Right.
Seattle Center, Cessna 66589 request.
66589, go ahead.
589 would like to request Bfr Practice Approach, the runway 35 RNAV into Aurora.
589, you can make that approach request with Portland approach once you get a closer to them.
Roger, 589.
Alright, so this will be the 35 RNAV approach. Approach course is going to be 352. Touchdown zone is 199. Our missed approach is going to be a climb straight ahead, or 2500 direct Lutz hold. And we are planning on going miss. And
2148, descend via the Timbers 2 arrival landing west, Portland altitude restriction.
it'll be 3700 until we get to Dubney.
2148.
We can descend to 2500 to hit tack. And our final approach fix will be at 1700 at Sig. And then our minimums are going to be 453. 453.
Portland approach, Cessna 66589 3.5 Bfr.
Cessna 66589, Portland approach, Portland altimeter 3016, maintain Bfr, advised with Delta at Aurora State.
We have information Delta at Aurora. We'd like to request a Bfr practice approach into Aurora, the RNAV 35 to a miss.
November 66589, maintain Bfr practice approach approved, no separation of services provided.
I didn't catch that.
Practice approach is approved. Maintain VFR.
Okay.
Number 589, copy.
Roger, and can you give us vectors for that approach?
Number 589, flight heading 030, vector final approach course, maintain VFR.
030, Cessna 589.
Cessna 589, did you say full stop or missed approach?
Missed approach, that's the rush, and then we'll continue VFR to Twin Oaks.
Number 589, roger.
Alright, stay at 3500, you got it? Alright, so now you're on vectors.
Right.
Once you're on vectors, you can stick that approach in.
Activate vectors.
Activate vectors to final. Good, that's fine. Okay. Go back to the display you want. Alright, and now set up... Oh, you don't have to. It's an RNAV. At this point, once you're on vectors, you would set it up for the ILS. If it was an ILS, you set it up for the localizer. Because you're not navigating. You're on vectors it is.
Right.
And be sure everything's set up correctly.
So we don't activate the approach.
You already did activate. You activated vectors to final.
Right. Okay, so he's just going to give us vectors, but how does... Oh, okay, and the glide slope, it already knows that we're doing... Okay, yep, okay, I got it.
And you can apply it, and the process is the same as the ILS in terms of configuring the airplane.
Right.
Okay. So you got to know where your final approach fix is.
Our final approach fix is Sigru. We're going to be at 1700. 2500 at hit tack.
Right. Now the problem is you might not know, see, because you activated vectors to final, it might not have all of those fixes in there on the map or on here. Alright? Confusing at times.
Okay, so what do you do in that?
Well, you can intercept the glide slope
Tower 119.3.
outside the final approach fix, wherever it comes in. But the thing is, you don't want to put your flaps down. Or necessarily slow down. You want to follow the glide slope. You don't want to put your flaps down until you're about equivalent of 1 dot below, which would be about a mile before the final approach fix, okay?
Right, okay.
So that's the adjustment you have to make. Now maybe we'll see what fixes show up in here once you've done vectors to final. I don't know. That's the danger of doing vectors to final. You don't get to see necessarily all the fixes displayed on your thing.
Right.
Now, of course, you can cheat, but I don't know if...
Not cheating, this is a tool.
It's not authorized for IFR.
Not as a primary, no. But you can still see where those
That's true.
points are.
That's true. But you should have an approach plate displayed, not...
This is an approach plate.
Oh, okay. Beg your pardon. I forgot you got that overlay thing. Okay, well now you're starting to see that it does have WB out here.
Okay.
So that's good. It has those fixes. So now you know where you're at. You can navigate off of this.
Yep.
And know how to do those step downs. And I advise you to do the step downs.
Okay.
And when you come down, so that the important thing is you got to come down to that 1700 quickly. So you level off there, and then you're all ready to just focus on the glide slope coming in. Okay?
Okay.
If you delay getting down to 1700...
Maintain Bfr Practice Approach approved, no separation services provided.
Say again for 589.
As a 589er, 4 miles from High Tech, fly heading 020, maintain Bfr Practice Approach approved, no separation services provided.
Heading 020, clear for the Bfr Practice Approach. Says the 589. Now, when can you descend?
As soon as we intercept not the localizer, but...
Yeah, the final approach course.
Yeah.
And what can you descend to?
2,500. Unless we don't intercept it before high tack, then we'll 1,700.
Don't lose your 3,500. You're not cleared below 3,500. Get up. Add the power. Push that power in.
Technically, because he clears for the approach, we can descend, can't we?
No. You've got to be established on a published part of the approach. That's how accidents have happened.
Alpha, radar service terminated, squawk Bfr, contact Hills for Tower 119.3.
You have to be established on a published segment of the approach.
Okay. Alright. Intercept it here.
Move your heading, bug.
I will once I get there.
Alright, now you can come down. Rub your nose over.
As the 66589er, radar service terminated, contact Aurora State Tower 120.35, talk down to go.
20.35.
I'm going down to 1,700 to pass high tech.
Don't go below 25 before high tech.
No, we already passed high tech.
No, you have not. Right there.
Okay.
Aurora Tower, Cessna 589er, Bfr Practice Approach, high tech inbound. For a miss.
So 66589er, Aurora Tower, runway 35, cleared low approach, 13203.
Cleared low approach, Cessna 589, okay. Call out, 1 dot below.
1 dot below, 10 degrees.
10,
Trivia factoid.
Okay.
Gas undercarriage mixture prop.
Watch where you're going.
So
You can't stop flying.
I didn't realize this until recently. There's no Oscars or Indias in U.S. registered call signs because they can be confused with zeros and ones.
Alright, so now you want 90
Just thought I'd share.
and fly the glide slope. Get it all trimmed out. Ideally, you trim it out, the power set, and it flies itself down the glide path. You gotta note the power setting that it takes to hold 90. Just carb heat out. Well, it doesn't matter. That's good. And get ready to make your 1,500 or 100 foot callouts.
Okay.
Don't go below 90. Not 1 knot below 90. 10 knots above, but 0 below.
Alright, 1,000 minimum.
So it's 1,000 minimums, no flags, no messages, speed 90. That's what you call out.
Okay.
1,000, no flags, no messages,
No
speed
flags,
90.
no messages, speed
If
90.
you start to get off course, say 1 dot off, correcting.
1 dot off.
1 dot to the left, correcting, whatever. direct yourself through the whole approach.
Okay.
If you don't hear me call runway in sight, then when you hit minimums, it's in a missed approach.
Okay.
That's what you expect to do every time, by missed approach.
Yep. 500 to minimums. No flags, no messages, speed 90.
Good. If it was 95, you'd say speed 95 correcting.
Okay, so 95 correcting.
Be perfectly accurate on that localizer, or that course.
Yep.
You want
go off to the left.
It's a half needle off, a half needle width off. Correct. With a new freeze heading, whether it's 2 degrees turn or whatever. Above minimums, call it.
100 above minimums, no
Look at your course, correct your course, correct your course. You don't have to do no flags, no messages. Correct your course, correct your course. Come on, make a real heading change. Minimums. Go around.
Minimum.
No, go around, come on. Pitch up, power up.
And positive rate.
Clean up. And I'll do the call up. I don't know if you're familiar with that. 7589 around go.
So 589, Roger, contact Portland departure. Have a good evening.
Thank you, 7589.
Activate missed approach.
Yep. Good.
Unsuspend.
Unsuspend. Good. Fly the course.
Leveling off. 2,500.
Say again.
Leveling off 2,500.
Okay. Now on climbs, you should also be making altitude callouts.
Okay.
So you don't shoot past your altitude. 1,000 feet. 1,000 feet to go. 500 feet to go. 100 feet to go.
Always 1,500 and 100?
Yep.
Okay.
And although in a plane like this, it takes a while to climb 1,000 feet, your total concentration in that last 1,000 feet should be about getting ready to level off. No distractions, unless they're absolutely necessary. No resetting the radio, or looking at approach play, nothing like that.
Okay.
Okay, that will do it for today, folks. Thanks again to my dad for the valuable lessons and always holding me accountable. I hope you all took some good lessons away from this video as well, and if you did, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss my future videos. I appreciate all the support and look forward to growing this channel and community. We'll see you soon, and until next time, resume your own navigation.